So right now, a lot of what your people are hearing, what you may be hearing when it comes to the real estate market is that it's a seller's market. And you can get your asking price and in most cases over your asking price uh, for your home. And so, it gets you thinking, should I sell my home? Is now the right time to sell my home? And the one thing that I say to consider is the first thing you should think about is don't get pressured to sell your home. Uh, but it is definitely a seller's market. It is a good time to sell. But when you're thinking about if you should sell and to ensure that you are selling for the right reasons, I think the first thing you need to consider is why. What is your why behind selling your home? Don't let your why should not be solely because I can make a whole lot of money, right? Because if you focus on just making money and getting the most out of your home, there's so many other factors that aren't being considered. When you are, you know, what is it about your home that would make you want to sell? Maybe you are you are a first time home buyer when you bought your home. It's the first and only home that you've bought. It was just bought as a starter home. You didn't get approved for as much as you wanted to, or interest rates were high. Maybe you got something smaller just because it was just you. And now you might be in a relationship, or you might be married, have kids. Things may have changed since you bought your first home. And so now that you're it's a good place to sell, especially if you had something that might have been considered a sellable, or maybe not as a desirable home, because there was so much more inventory on the market, uh, you know, before. uh, we're in the state of the real estate market that we're in now. you know those things you want to consider. Why is it that I want to sell my home? And don't let it just be because they're telling me it's a seller's market. You never want to be forced or pressured into making such a huge decision when it comes to something that's a huge impact on your life. Is where you're living now, does it work based off where you work? Maybe you have an extremely long commute, and you want to be able to get closer to your job, or you might have switched jobs since you first bought your home. You may want to, you may be in a home where you're just paying too much. It's more than what you want to pay, and you want to downsize. You want a smaller home. You want something that might be a little bit lower in cost. Maybe you want to upsize. Maybe you just need something bigger. You just want some more space. I know when I bought the home that we're in now, one of the things I wanted was a craft room. When I bought this is our second home that we've bought. Our first home, I wouldn't say we bought it with the thought of us of a starter home, because this was in 2009 when we bought our first home. That's when the whole housing crisis was going on. And we said to ourselves, we're going to buy a home that, even though it doesn't have everything we wanted, it was more so we're in a home that we can live in for the long term. And, in the event that, things don't turn around, So I had given myself 5 years, and we did move around that 5-year mark. I wanted to move by the time my daughter had gotten into kindergarten. But, it didn't have, that extra space for me to do my crafting. I was crafting in a guest bedroom, trying so hard not to get any paint, or I work with clays and all that stuff in the carpet. It was just, and then I was right across from the kids' rooms and our bedroom. And so, and usually I was doing stuff late at night and trying not to wake people up. So, that was part of my why. as to why I wanted to get a new home. I wanted a craft room. Another thing was, I wanted to be in a different school district, school zone. So that was a factor. And that's why I said by the time my daughter turned 5, was going into kindergarten, I wanted her to already be in the school system that we wanted her to be in. I didn't want her to start kindergarten in one school and then we move and then we decided to, pull her out of a school and relocate just because we wanted a different home. So those are some of the factors that we consider. That was part of our why in moving. So when you're thinking about, if you're going to sell your home, there's so many other steps to take to prepare for that process. And I'll definitely share a video as far as what some of those steps are. And definitely post below if that's something that you feel that you would be interested in learning, kind of what steps. Once you understand why you want to move or why you want to sell your home, then understanding the steps to take to start preparing for that. But I really feel like the why kind of helps prepare you mentally, as far as, if you sell your home, then where are you going to go? So understanding that why is crucial because it will set you up for the next phase in life, the next phase of home ownership and what it is that you're looking to do. And you might find out that, when you understand your why, the answer may not be selling. It may be refinancing, to help look, if you had a high interest rate, maybe it's better to just refinance and get the interest rate low right now because interest rates are low right now. So take a moment, write down why you would want to sell your house and also write down why it would be a good idea to stay. Look at both sides and don't allow, this market that we're in, yes, it is a seller's market. I completely agree with that. Inventory is low, but people are still looking to buy homes and they need a home to buy. And your home may just be that one. There's not that many people selling their homes. And if you're in a neighborhood someone is looking to get into, you just need that one. You just need that one. People talking about bidding wars and all that stuff, that's great, but you don't need a bidding war. You just need one. You need one person interested in your home, ready to buy it. And like I said, now is definitely a great time, but you need to make sure it's the right time for the economy, right? You gotta make sure it's the right time for you. Post below, what's one reason why you would consider selling your home today? All right, take care. Until next time, stay inspired.